Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the show that kicks ass, chews bubblegum, and dances at the same time. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, broadcasting live and worldwide from the epicenter of cool Brooklyn, New York. Thank you for joining us today.
With his co-host, Jaja, right here in Brooklyn.
I was getting to that. And let me tell you, folks, when I put the glasses on, I don't see Anunnaki, I see New World Order agents. In the media, in the Hollywood Nazi industrial complex. I see them everywhere, folks, and it's time to expose them, right, Ja?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Lebensborn City, man. It's mania.
Lebensborn mania.
I'm going to say Leben everything these days.
That's right. That's why they got rid of Hulk Hogan. They got rid of Hulkamania, and they brought in Nazi mania, Lebensmania, right?
Everybody's, even, what's a face? That Roddy lady was doing that Rhonda Rowdy, who looks like...
the one that's got all the truthers Rowdy in their underloins, right? They're all tweeting about her.
Well,
right?
I don't really pay attention to what other people are tweeting and what's in their underwear.
You gotta keep up with the blogosphere, Jack. Come on.
Yeah,
you
gotta
keep up. It's the art of war. You keep your enemies close on Twitter.
Okay, but I don't follow what other men are getting hot for. How about
Speaking of that, Roddy Piper died, and as soon as he dies, this Rowdy Rhonda shows up. I mean, yeah, The Rock was flashing her at WrestleMania, having her beat up Stephanie McMahon or whatever, and that's exactly what this fat old white man debate last night on Fox News was all about, right? Just all these just Lebensborn, all these Lebensmania, they're all Heiling Hitler,
well,
right?
You can say that, yes. Yeah, we'll get into Rand Paul and how he heiled Hitler, but you can see right off the bat, the colors of the Nazi party are what?
Well, black and red.
Yeah. So everybody...
My whole high school colors were black and red. I mean, I'm a Nazi.
I don't know, but maybe it's the founders of your school. Well,
they definitely were. That portfolio really pissed me off. Let's get to that, but again, what do you think? You think...
it's a show.
But wait, do you think Blackwater killed the wrestler Roddy Piper?
No.
You think he joined them? He just faked his death and joined them?
It looked weird. He's
got a very German chin.
Yeah, if they want to disappear because they have a tired career and they want to put their feet up and play some video games and stop being a slave to the CIA.
Duty, right.
What?
Play some Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Yeah, and and they don't want to be a slave to the CIA, because they're Lebensborn, and the CIA protects their identity, and they have them dancing like puppets, and that's, if they want to do that, then, that's how that's what happened with Rhonda. I'm sure that she's a replacement.
Yeah, what a coincidence. She's now using that guy's nickname, right? At the same time he dies, it's trending worldwide.
Yeah, it's almost like within 2 days. And it was... See, the thing is that it was pushed.
Predictive programming.
It was pushed by the same people, those InfoWars people.
Yeah, by the social engineers. They're the new social engineers.
First, they had this Roddy guy on, and then they were talking about him, and he's like exposes the truth, right? All of a sudden, then he's gone, he's dead, and you said he was so healthy. You said he was like in good condition, 61. There's no real.
Well, you see him when he did the Goldust in WrestleMania. He kicked his ass all over the parking lot. Even got run over by a car, and still got up and chased him on the 91 freeway. I mean, Roddy Piper was a badass.
So then, if you go to Netflix, one of the most trending movies is They Live, his movie, right?
Exactly.
So you went to Netflix and saw, his movie is right here. So as soon as he died, they started pushing
it became even more of a cult classic. I mean, we know John Carpenter directed the film, the same guy that directed Halloween. And again, that was probably the original Caitlyn Jenner was Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Yeah, she was a hermaphrodite.
That was Kanye West's original girlfriend right there.
Yeah, I don't know about that. She's more like his mother.
She's his mother.
But
yeah, but a lot of Illuminati symbolism in that They Live film. What did you think of that? I mean, he puts the glasses on and he's walking around, and a normal sign that's about computers tells you to obey, and then a sign of a woman on a beach turns into he puts the glasses on and it just goes black and white and it says reproduce and marry. I mean, that's kind of quite the contrary of the New World Order's agenda. Actually, they wanted to push that for a while, and now they, according to the Georgia Guidestones, want to keep us under 500 million, this population control, and they want to, like Huckabee said, put us in the ovens.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But, Shepard Fairey did that poster for Obama that said, obey.
Right.
And, that guy, that artist, I looked into his work, and I'd seen his in smaller art shows and different art fairs. So Masonic. I mean,
absolutely.
It was he used the masonry symbols in his artwork. So for me, he was just given a script again, like all of the rest of these freaking artists.
All these freaking Lebensborn,
and
right?
Lebensborn, like Jeff Koons and
Hashtag
Damien Hirst and Tracy Emin. And what happens is that this looks like it was a script already. It was out there. Totally. It was in the vortex, in the obey thing, and the fact that it was there. It was so many years ago. That film was from what, the 70s?
1988.
88? So,
and it depicts perfectly how TV is like a directed LED like energy weapon.
The Himmler thing with the sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you see how in the movie exactly when that static fuzz came on, the people would get headaches? They're like, after this guy's trying to heighten their consciousness towards the establishment, their brain starts hurting because they want to read People magazine and TMZ and be low information idiots.
That's right. Yeah, and so Himmler came up with the signal, and the signal is supposed to be hypnotic and interfering and controlling.
That's right.
And it's sort of like directed energy. I mean, that's why they say that about your TV. We don't have a TV here. I can't stand it. So, but yeah,
no,
it's so,
folks, no Vizios for Bruce over here.
But it's very, very predictive, and it's a script. And all of these people that are in these positions, and I see them as a CIA hired positions. And the reason why I say that they own fame, they own the movies, they run Hollywood.
They own art now. They even took over your
music,
your genre of work.
They've been on the music with Laurel Canyon and Midnight Climax.
They use it as a propaganda weapon. You see
Yes.
Hillary Clinton now snapping selfies with a troll and a gay fish.
It's ridiculous.
It's a weapon for all the low information dum-dums.
Well, it keeps them it keeps them engaged.
It's their bread and circus.
Yeah, exactly.
The Roman bread and circus.
It gives them a position. They're just like soldiers. They're no different than being on the front. And they are in the front line.
Exactly.
And they are working. They're not working from their insides out. They're working from their outsides in. They're being told what to say. Even their lyrics have been sterilized and scripted and written.
Yeah, pre-made, put in a freaking microwave, pre-packaged.
What was it? We were talking about Whitney last week, and then
That's right.
And then we caught up with some Prince of Bel-Air. We caught this. We saw something else.
Dude, no way.
What was that? That was
actually an episode. There's just a perfect example of predictive programming. A episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where he's talking to Carlton or somebody. Hey, man, what happened to your Whitney Houston poster, man? I guess, who the hell puts a poster up in a bathroom? He said, it fell apart in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Another instance of just predictive boule Illuminati programming.
Yeah. It's like it's been discussed because we talked about how Eminem had it in the song.
I think she was a blood sacrifice. Roddy Piper, on the other hand, I don't think so. I think he went off and, he started working communications for Blackwater, you know what I mean? You saw how he wielded a gun on...
he was...
They Live. He looked like he was military trained.
Well, you're the man that's really, decide that. But, yeah, I thought it was slick. He looked like he was a really good actor. But all these guys follow a script. So if they get tired or their face starts looking rotty,
Roddy.
Like a little too many wrinkles.
Yeah,
They gotta.
you pulled a funny.
They gotta just.
She said a funny.
Disappear, you know.
It's my Splinter voice.
They could do a Bill Hicks, you know, becoming Alex Jones, you know, do one of these, you know,
flip-flops. Now, we don't know about that yet.
Yeah,
but,
that's not necessarily true. But he had said
let's not
he
give
was.
this guy... Look, let's not give this guy enough plugs, okay? We know what he is. You said what he is. I'm not contesting it. But, you know, even on our TalkStream Live page, they're plugging this guy's brain fart force and this guy's just snake oil... child hallucinogens he's selling, you know what I mean?
So, it's sold out, so.
Oh, it's sold out.
Child ease is sold out.
Right, and
you
now
can't
and
get
now
it
he's
if you want to ease
and now he's
child.
running out of the country. You don't even know if the feds probably came down to kick down his door. Probably what happened? What happened in Canada? What do you have on his computer? I mean, this guy going to Toronto. I don't know about these guys.
But what I'm concerned about is that he's doing an Operation Mockingbird on you. It's his Lebensborn Bottle.
Don't they
and now he is running around being a good Lebensborn in Germany with his Knights of Malta friends.
Well,
I mean, not Germany. I mean, Italy.
Hey, you'll probably end up there. How do you know he probably showed up at the homeland first?
Yo,
touchdown there.
What's up with all
and then went back to his Tavistock Institute handlers in England.
Yeah, what's up with the mentioning of their homeland from Joe Biggs and also from last night with
even
Chris Christie?
Yeah, even Krispy Kreme Christie, who looks fatter than ever.
No, he does not. He does not. He looks like fatter than other people, but he's not fat.
A huge, obese,
he lost a lot of weight.
Who has some nerve to tell people who smoke pot that they have no control over have no self-control. You know, I wonder how many Big Macs Krispy Kreme eats. You know, he probably makes like a Krispy Kreme donut McDonald's special. You know, the buns are freaking Krispy Kreme donuts.
So much
fat, lardy tub of lard.
Tub of Lebenslard.
Yeah, you know what? Another thing I noticed
we got his grandfather was like Friedrich Christensen. I was like, yo, Christie, that ain't a real name. I went looking. There's a Nazi named Friedrich Christensen. Looks just like him.
All right, but another thing I noticed in that fat old white men debate on Fox News, that Fox News is actually saying that Trump lost. But, you know, according to the WWE, you know, he'd win. I mean, imagine if... Here's how you get more ratings on these things, folks. Trump should debate Hillary Clinton, and whoever loses should have their head shaved. They should shave the other guy's head, right? And then you'll have Vince McMahon running for vice president. This is so fake.
Right.
It is
and then
such
Donald Trump will come running out like he did years ago at WWE and start punching.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what it is.
You know who wouldn't last in that fight, though? Because I noticed how incredibly short Rand Paul is. I mean, that guy's a midget. That guy is a midget.
You know,
I think Hillary Clinton is taller than Rand Paul.
Yes, and she's tougher than him too. And he sounds like
totally. She was like dealing drugs and like, you know, backing up her husband after he assaulted Lord knows how many women.
Yo, well, what about that picture of Hitler that we found in predating his appointment as chancellor when it was in 1914 and he was found in the crowd. He is shorter than everybody, looking just like Rand Paul with the same dweeby face.
Oh my God. He heiled Hitler on Fox News. Though, as soon as they put the camera on this kooky college kid who kidnapped a woman who is so scared she doesn't want to come out. No, it happened. He kidnapped a woman in high school. Okay, when he went to Baylor University, where he did not graduate. He was just a Masonic frat kid there. Like his daddy, Ron Paul, who loves NAMBLA. Okay, with Lambda Chi Alpha, and this guy was in the Nose Brotherhood. But he actually, as soon as Fox Nazi News put the camera on this Lebensborn Rand Paul, he was hiling Hitler for at least 5 seconds straight. And we got the pictures, ladies and gentlemen. We got the pictures, and Rand, oh buddy, old pal, you're going down. Well, you better go hug Obama right now. Just like Bill Hicks is hugging Obama right now. He's like, oh my God, they found out I work for Obama.
That was a funny meme that you made.
Obama.
But you know, when you go and you find pictures of Hitler, he's not doing. There's a few with his arms still straight out.
Right.
But when he was like kind of around the crowds, he opened up his fingers a little bit. So that's what Rand did. It, you know, and from what we were finding out, somebody said there was some research that didn't they pin.
You sound like the Baroness sometimes from G.I. Joe. He opens up the hands. Continue.
Yeah, didn't like Henry McHow like attribute Rand Paul
that anti-Semitic turd?
Yeah, but didn't he attribute Ron Paul as being one of the Lebensborn of Hitler or something like that? I think there was some of that. So that maybe
that's out there.
This is like a possibility. Like we don't know, but like we don't. And I'm not 100 on it, but I am 100 on a lot of things. But the fact is that it was out there, and I did some physiological tracing. The fact is that the Operation Lebensborn, their whole contention was to produce as many children as possible, to get them in key positions so they can master every one of us. Yeah. It is the Fourth Reich. Forget the New World Order.
They won the war.
Reich. It's the Operation Lebensborn. All the people telling you New World Order, they just mean Fourth Reich, Lebensborn.
Look, Jaja. Look. New World Order sounds very appealing to somebody who's from South Africa, somebody who's from Saudi Arabia.
Somebody from wrestling.
If you go up to them, one of these guys in Saudi Arabia and Lebanon and freaking Australia, they're down with that. Mexico, El Salvador. You go any of those places, right? New World Order doesn't sound appealing to those guys. Those guys are brown or black or whatever. You know, because what New World Order really is the Anglo-American establishment. Actually, that doesn't sound appealing to these guys. So New World Order does sound appealing. My bad.
Right, okay, right. You meant the opposite. That's
exactly.
Right. But you said the whole thing last night, excuse me, was totally scripted.
Absolutely scripted.
It looked
WWE, Republican, GOP.
Unbelievable. And every single one of them was a no-win. Every single one. If you go back, I challenge any of you to scroll back from like 8-10 years ago.
Challenge.
Listen to what you heard in arguments, as intellectual arguments, comparatively to what we heard last night, which was probably the most listened to, entertaining,
the most
GOP,
electrifying,
riveting,
revolutionary, right? Force,
captivating. You know, it was.
Oh wait, that's our show.
It was
not
sensational.
The GOP.
No, but it was really sensational. I mean, right on our TalkStream Live.
Oh yeah.
Trump. He red and black. Trump. You know, this man is a propaganda king, and let me tell you, he's a great actor. Okay, Albert Spears Spawn. Okay,
that's
is a great actor.
He's got a very Albert Spears-like chin.
More than that, he looks like the Martin Sheen, and I traced them. The whole Martin Sheen.
Continue.
But this guy is such a great showman. He has such a
the freaking Apprentice,
incredible persona.
That's what America wants. They're so disenfranchised. Americans are with politics. They're so disillusioned with the whole political thing that they want reality TV politicians. And these guys are giving it to them. You got the midget Rand Paul with chainsaws and this idiot, the Apprentice, with a fake wig. The Piñata.
Yeah.
Donald El Mamón. El puto Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
That's right.
You know, and he's just unfreaking believable because he's so captivating. Like, I'm just telling you that everybody wanted to see him. They're cheering him on, but you really look at the guy. He's totally unelectable.
That shit was so funny what he said about Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah. Okay, but do you want your president, do you want him to say, first of all, do you want him to go into Congress and go, "You're fired"? Do you want him to go to Nancy Pelosi?
Oh, definitely.
You look like you're getting fat, you ugly bag. I mean, this guy has a mouth on him like me, all right? And that's, I mean, and he's supposed, do you want your president to have owned beauty pageants? Do you want your president to have stakes in waterfront property? Do you want your president to say publicly in a GOP debate that he manipulates the law because he knows business law. He said it twice.
He even lied about his bankruptcy. He admitted to taking advantage of the law.
He said he knows the law so well that he can work around it, in it, with it, cherry pick it, do whatever he needs to do to get what he wants.
Look, this debate was for losers. That's why they had it in Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, none of their teams win. The Browns suck. The Cleveland Indians suck. The Cavaliers couldn't even beat the freaking Oakland Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Warriors, whoop, whoop. California, West Coast right there. But, Wasai. But, yeah, man, I mean, why aren't they asking for Donald Trump's birth certificate, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, his father really...
He's going to say Britney Spears on it?
Exactly. No, it's true.
Albert Einstein Spears?
Yeah.
Oh, that was his uncle?
Yeah, some things like that. No, it wasn't his uncle.
I
Albert
was just
Spears.
joking about that.
It probably was on his mother's side because I did research into his father's side. So Trump does come out as a legitimate name because there's a lot of information. There's a long-standing family, but see, his father was probably American businessman, wealthy. His mother, I'm still very unclear. It's cloudy. But there's definitely a physiological trace, and not only physiological, but also, his position of power to the Spears family, which is, they had about 6 kids or 5 kids, one of them definitely being Martin Sheen. He looks like Martin Sheen, also looks like Britney Spears' father, okay? And so they look like brothers, Donald Trump and Britney Spears.
That's the Illuminati bloodline.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones. But what was it with Albert Spears? He actually said he was sorry
he said
for the
he
Jews.
Was sorry.
For killing so many Jews. Yeah, he had a
You know what else they talked about? They talked about trannies in the military. Can you believe that? Now they actually want to cut off these commandos, freaking ding-dongs, put them on their head, and just have them run around with lasers for balls. I don't know. What are they going to do with that? I mean, they got enough gays in the military already. Now they want to cut their ding-dings off? The freaking pink triangle club weirdos? What's going on with that?
Yeah, it's the level of...
What's Caitlyn Jenner done to America?
That's what it is. We're living in Kardashian's butt, okay? Oh, we are living in her...
Trolls...
anal cavity.
Gollum...
Okay, that's
Gollum's
where...
ass.
Yeah, because it's a joke.
My precious. Smither gonna vote for Hillary Clinton.
And what did what's his face? He rolled his eyes when they asked him about Hillary.
He's a total Clinton operative. Donald Trump is. Look, you idiot Americans. Okay, I am not an idiot American. I'm awake, and I know that Donald Trump is a mamon, maricon, just windbag. Just like Ross Perot. What happened with Ross Perot back in the day? They had some crazy freaking Mama Luke out there to supposedly divide the Clintons against the Bushes, right? And then who did that enable the presidency for? The Clinton. You need to study the past. That's exactly what Donald Trump is. He is a Clinton enabler. He is going to be the one that co-ops the Republicans, because we know that the Republican record on liberty is pathetic, ladies and gentlemen. They are pathetic. They're a bunch of freaking water boys. I got a wooden spoon. Okay, they're a bunch of idiots, the Republicans. They are morons, buffoons. It's like the Three Stooges out there. Okay, they're all a bunch of retards.
Yeah. None of them really.
None of them stand a chance. None of them are.
They didn't bring up one.
That's why I'm so sad the libertarians have been co-opted as well, because people like Gary Johnson but they don't let the third parties debate. That's where you see the false left-right paradigm. They only give you 2 choices. Hey, it's Burger King or McDonald's, Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Mm-hmm. Pick. You have many options.
Exactly.
Yeah, they all fill the pockets of the Pope and the freaking Queen of England at the very top of the Illuminati pyramid.
Yeah, so even these so-called positions are already occupied. All of these positions are occupied. And you know what they say about politicians? If you see their lips moving, you know that they're not telling the
right,
truth.
And if you cut the word politician in half, you get policy and you get tick. It's exactly what these people are. They're blood suckers. They're bloodsuckers, folks. But funny ones at that. I mean, what did he say? He said they asked him, when it comes to women, you've called them fat pigs, dogs, and slobs, said Bimbo at 11 from the Illuminati card game. And then he said, only Rosie O'Donnell.
But the thing is, Bruce, is that
that was funny.
Okay, so we have a comedian. But the fact is that if you elect this man, this lying politician,
this pompous ass,
who has stakes, which he's never going to beat Hillary. Okay, but if you go ahead and elect him, this man has declared bankruptcy, and he owns monopolizes waterfront property, all kinds of building enterprises. He already states that he knows how to work the law, and you're going to vote for a man who wants more power than Buffett and Ted Turner? Oh, no, thank you.
No,
I don't need a president that knows more law than Congress all put together. I don't need it. I don't need a man that's got more money. He's got the best Jewish lawyers at his fingertips.
I'll tell you something. This butt dumpling is a comedian, though, because they had a special. Yelp had some type of coupon special that whenever Donald Trump said Mexico, people would get free tacos. I mean, what the hell is happening? Is this like freaking Staples Center LA Laker game? The home team wins, everybody gets Jack in the Box? I mean, what the hell is this? Yeah,
well, they're buying their votes. I mean, Hillary also, I heard somebody saying, oh, yes, I'm so in love with her. It was some ex-CIA agent that was on a talk show. She was talking about how personable Hillary is because she stepped out and made that phone call while she was working in the CIA to say, keep doing your job. You're doing great. Yo, what's up with Kanye? We're taking a picture of her. What is up with these people?
Like we said, it's propaganda. And it's propaganda. These guys are, look, like you were saying, if Trump were to get in, okay, I'll tell you, him and disgusting fat pigs like Kelly Osbourne want to say all this crap about Mexicans. But, they love Mexicans. Trump knows that the CIA runs the drug trade. They run El Chapo, okay? They gave him the Super Mario cheats on how to go around the tunnels and, all that. And it's as clear as day, ladies and gentlemen, that if this guy were to go in, he would not be an enemy of the psychopathic Mexicans that are criminal and are part of the Illuminati CIA industrial complex.
He'll have everybody working for him. He'll just have enslaved people even more.
Exactly.
And speaking of enslavement and the whole Rand Paul thing with the fact that he what was I talking about before with
Yeah, Rand Paul hiling Hitler. Exactly.
And the Constitution.
Exactly.
The fact that this guy, the whole mess of him, and the fact that he is of this nature, controlling, and the whole. Okay, let me break it down for you guys. It's a lot, and you just calm down, Bruce. Okay, and don't interrupt me because it's really what I want to get to. Okay, now Ron Paul, his whole ideology is messed up because they all want to scream it about abortion. All right, and the fact is, and they also, in the same breath, they want to talk about welfare. And they want to get rid of welfare, and they want to stop people from having abortions. Those two do not equate. Now, it's a psyop, my friends. I lived in Brazil, okay. You want to see a country that proliferates babies and has no welfare? They will be the babies.
They'll run rampant. They'll run roughshod all over it.
It will crack America at its seams, okay, without people having the ability to choose their own choice of their body. That's all. You know what? Women have their own right. Okay, don't abuse it. But you know what? In the end, if you abuse it, you have to answer to God, and that's it. But who needs? If you can't afford it, and if it makes your life, if it debilitates you as a female to have a child, you shouldn't be made feel guilty by misogynistic scumbags like Trump. And they all want to bring up the.
They're just a cult of. Look, calm down. They're just a cult of personality. They're all just megalomaniacs, okay? And they want to ruffle the feathers of of women, of everybody. That's what Republicans do. Don't you understand?
Well, yeah,
That's one of their
because
key talking points. They hate women. That's why they're all a bunch of closet, boy-loving, pedophile, P2, Masonic
idiots, and they look so dumb. They're idiots. They made Hillary shine. Okay, that's
the name of the game.
I know.
Sweetheart.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's so scripted that their stupidity and their level of idiocy, talking about dead baby parts. I mean, just to the level of.
Well, there is
stupidness.
something pretty sick though, because Planned Parenthood does target. Like neighborhoods that are high with black citizens, Latino citizens. You see them in those areas.
Well, a lot of them don't have enough education to know how to use contraception, and nobody's dragging them there, Bruce. Nobody's putting their gun to their head.
Yeah, but now you have the Vatican writing bills and writing law talking about they want to create a Vatican care. Forget about Obamacare. Now they want Vatican care. Okay, so all of this basically goes back to all the ancient Canaanites. And the times of Lilith and Baal worship, where Moses would be like beating people upside the head because they were freaking putting babies in the hands of these golden Baphomet Moloch statues.
Oh, but Bruce,
it's modern day Baal worship.
Bruce, stop dissing the Pope. I mean, he said this week if we ever break up that he will he'll
welcome me back,
lovingly welcome you back.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. All right, I didn't forget about bastards like Torquemada. I didn't forget what they did in the Inquisition, ladies and gentlemen. I am reinvigorated, reassimilated, and I'm here to kick some Pope ass.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But Rand Paul...
That's what they all are. They're cult of personality. They're megalomaniacs. And this Rand Paul could very well be the great godson of Hitler himself.
Exactly. And what he's saying
Austrian economics, folks, let me tell you something. I agree with Austrian economics and guys like von Hayek and Ludwig von Mises to a certain extent. But do I buy it, folks? Do I believe it? No, I don't. No.
Hitler came out of Austria. Hitler was Austrian. No, Austrian economics. That must be the template for the Third Reich.
Look, these bastards don't care about you. They don't care about Americans. They want to rule the world.
Yeah. They're all wearing black and red because those are the Nazi colors. I mean, this loser, let me just explain to you what, and then the truth movement is screaming, yes, Rand Paul mentions the Bill of Rights, and he's behind, then they said he's behind the Constitution. No, my friends, he said he's behind the Bill of Rights, okay? He thinks that slavery should still be instituted in this country and allowed.
That's why he's in Kentucky, because he's like a redneck tree hugger.
Yeah. He just wants the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. So this is such a charade.
Well, there's nothing wrong with those.
Only? Well, what about freedom? Okay, yeah, you can have freedom to speak, freedom to...
The first 10 are vital. They mean everything, actually.
You're behind the whole Constitution.
Even the first 5, absolutely, but, it's been...
You can't have 1 without having 2, without having 3, without having 4, without having 5. You still have your freedoms in every single one of them. You can't have the right to have free expression without having the right to protect yourself, like by either a gun or your copyright law. So
that's why you need freedom of speech. In order to have freedom of speech, you got to have the freedom to bear arms. So I got to have big old grizzly bear arms in order to be able to freedomly speak.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. But anyway, you keep mentioning the midget, Rand Paul. And wasn't it funny to see the little midget go up against a big old great fat person like Krispy Kreme, Chris Christie?
Yeah. I wish they put them right next to each other. When we saw them, actually you could see their height difference when they put Rand Paul next to Donald Trump, and you could see his tie and his shoulders in relation to the pedestal. And he's such a shrimp. My God, that is so not... This is not an
Hillary
elegant...
is taller than him.
It's not a nice, strong, powerful figure that you can, feel that confident that he could give orders to the military and talk to Congress. This guy stands out for 13 hours pulling toilet paper out of his butthole.
Oh, my God.
Filibuster.
I mean, that whole event was just sponsored by the CIA, sponsored by the NSA, Facebook. I mean, they have some nerve, Krispy Kreme, Chris Christie, and Rand Paul to go up there and talk about this illegal surveillance system on Americans when their sponsor is the biggest violator of what they're talking about. Facebook and all these other social medias. Mark Zuckerberg and all these other guys that are selling your private information. And you just love it, ladies and gentlemen, don't you?
But you know what? We could not, since we don't have TV, what's really interesting is that we looked around, we tried to go right traditional style.
Went right to TalkStream Live to listen to the debate, just like you can go to TalkStream Live to listen to us.
Yeah, and I went to Facebook. Thank you for taking what I was going to say. But I went to TalkStream Live. I went to Facebook and just to try to find the radio, where to listen or see them, because they made a big advertisement. Everybody was complaining on their Facebook. They didn't even put their TalkStream Live link. I went ahead and put it. I'm like, wait a second, we're on TalkStream Live. You know, and I know that we watch Fox and we listen to them sometimes to catch up on Geraldo's trash and O'Reilly's crap.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and I was like, wait a second.
That Freemasonic, broken chair-faced idiot, yeah.
I can't believe how they didn't proliferate. They didn't even push TalkStream Live. They could have done them a service, too.
Well, what do you mean? I mean, they're obviously working with Trump. Every 5 seconds they got a Trump ad up there.
Wrong. Trump works with them. Trump pays them.
Anyway, there's got to be something wrong with a presidential debate when Bimbo at 11 and Chris Walrus, the anchors of Republican Idol, this reality TV politics hour on Fox News, get more speaking time than the presidential candidates. There's got to be something wrong with that. These guys blabbered on for like 30 minutes. Everybody else got like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, no minutes.
Because they didn't have anything to say. They're not that smart. They're entertainers. I mean, look at Huckabee this week. You mentioned it, the ovens last week. We didn't talk about it last week, and it happened about, 8 or 9 days ago. But Mike Huckabee, we also have him traced to Kevin Spacey.
It doesn't look like Kevin Spacey's got a very German chin.
Yeah, and we have a Nazi look-alike for the whole family. So, as soon as we had already caught Spacey a while ago, and then this Huckabee comes out. I took a look. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Spacey's cousin. He's an uncle or something like that." So he comes out and talks about the ovens, and then Hillary Clinton comes out and says she's personally insulted. I want to know why that Lebensborn Hillary thinks that she is personally insulted by the mention of ovens. You know why, Hillary? Because you know what I clipped up this week. The fact that your family was connected to the Reinhard Heydrich.
She's got a very German chin.
No, you know what? Her smile and her hair texture and her eyes, and this is amazing, is so identical
to the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
Or the East.
Well, it's the Wicked Witch of the West, but it really is. If you look up Lita Heydrich, okay, that's the last name, is the Heydrich. And Heydrich he was a crazy guy. He even had affairs with women, and he pretty much
one of the masterminds of the Holocaust. Actually, this guy was like, what is it, Operation Reinhard, or whatever,
something like that. And he was a big pilot also, and he flew over to Italy and had affairs and
true scumbag.
Was with a woman named Lita, and then who looks like the mother of Lena Wertmuller, who happens to look like Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Germanata, whatever her name is. So, we already know that Madonna, there was already the conspiracy theory buzz that Madonna was related to Hillary. It was already, out there. So, but nobody knew how.
They're cousins.
Nobody knew how. Nobody knew why. And then the Gaga comes out mocking Mockingbird, Madonna with Madonna's template of success, and there seems to be really no insults to injury between Madonna and Gaga. It just seems like the norm. Just go ahead and mock her and redo the same script that was successful prior, so they can make their money and get out. And let me tell you, when I went and looked up the Reinhardt family, the Heydrich family, and I saw Lita Heydrich. First of all, in certain angles, I caught Madonna first. I was like, oh my God, they're in Madonna's face. And then I saw pictures of her with a black hat. And the black hat was so disgusting. And you know what it looked like, my friends? The Wicked Witch of the West. You look up Lita Heydrich, Heydrich, and you will see the Wicked Witch of the West black hat. And she's hailing Hitler in some of them with the black hat. And if you look up the Wicked Witch of the West and you look up the pictures, they're copying the exact same expressions at the exact same angle, wearing the exact same hat, and it was around the exact same years.
I wonder if Hillary Clinton is also in The Wizard of Oz. She's that little guy behind the green monster, behind the curtain.
No, no, and in fact,
let me tell you, those Fox News idiots, they're really catering for her to come in. I mean, Rubio even said that he predicted that she's coming in, right? I mean, these Fox News people, they're really just catering to people that are like MK Ultra, like freaking Beyonce or something at Barclays. I mean, that's the type of people that listen to Fox News.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let me tell you that Lita Heydrich, she had a few children, and one of them was called Marta. And I looked up what happened to Marta. She didn't die. There's no lies like the Goebbels kids all took cyanide.
No, yeah, sure.
There's some just little story that she disappeared off into this island and opened up a boutique. And no pictures, no nothing, just had this little life. In fact, Marta became Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. So in fact, Dorothy is Hillary's mother.
Dear God.
Yes, and if you look up the young pictures of Marta Heydrich, you will see she looks the spitting image of Dorothy, which is the Dorothy Rodham Clinton, and somebody else had connected Rodham to it was a Polish name that was changed and just made sense to me. So I went and did a search at it all.
They all have very German chins, don't they?
Yeah, and the same smile, everything. You can do your own research. You pull this up. It's mind blowing, and it makes sense because they're all in these positions of power and propaganda, and they all seem to have the greatest sense of charisma, and they have so much. They just seem to have an agenda on their shoulders, and they know they're getting.
And guess who is working for the Wicked Witch of the West? Donald Trump. Donald Trump, who says...
And gay fish, man.
Yeah, man. And that guy, too. Donald Trump says that the system is broken. The same Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, gave the Clintons money and invited them to his wedding. Okay, you saw it there, how he was just unabashedly just smirked and said, "Yeah, I'm hedging my bets on the Clintons, man. I'm a gambling man. I got Trump Casino in Las Vegas."
Do you want a president that
y'all
owns
better
casino?
Recognize?
You are going to be his slave. He is the boss. He let you know that.
You're fired. He says it better than Vince McMahon.
Just because you like his personality doesn't mean that he's not lying through his teeth and trying to gain more power and control on Earth.
Scumbag.
I mean, none of these guys are even potentially, none
of them are electable. They're just complete trash. Run-of-the-mill garbage. Facebook, CIA-sponsored NSA Republicans. That's what they are.
But it was funny to watch them. I mean, it was fun. It was good.
It was entertaining.
Chris Christie has a nice voice. I think he's a nice speaking voice.
Oh, God.
Okay, and I think you're wrong
when it's not stuffed with Krispy Kreme donuts. That guy is a fat, obese walrus.
Leave him alone there. Okay, I'm not his fan, but he looks way thinner than he ever looked before. He must have lost 150 pounds.
That's how much he spends.
Ginormous.
That's how much he spends on Krispy Kreme. Okay, for dessert.
But you know what was also tacky is because he is larger than everyone else, and they put him up front. And they put him up front. And I thought that was kind of humiliating. And I think because why do they have to put the biggest man right up in front where everybody can look and discuss his freaking waist size? I think that's tacky. You have to look at everything, my friend. You have to see all the positions.
You know what he looks like? He looks like that pig from The Sopranos that's hanging from that...
Didn't you meet Bobby Bacalari?
That meat shop.
Stop talking about fat people. You like Bobby Bacalari. He even gave you 2 spoons with his signature on it.
Yeah, he's cool. You know what? That's funny you said that because they said that he would be the best actor to play Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, he looks like him a little bit. And we met him.
A lot of it.
Yeah, he looks like him a lot.
Have you met him at Whole Foods,
Hey,
ladies and
maybe
gentlemen?
he's Chris Crispy's cousin. Maybe he's a Lebensborn. He's another fake Italian, too.
Oh, man, all these fake Guidos.
Oh, my God. Uncle Steve's pasta, pizza, and sauce is
Hey,
gonna...
yo, Paulie, hey, you got your head kicked in. Oh, but look, there's another thing I find
We're just a peanut gallery here.
pretty bizarre, okay? The fact that Bill Cosby attacked Donald Trump, and now Donald Trump's running for president, and Bill Cosby is in ruins.
Yeah.
I think Donald Trump got some get back there, some Illuminati get back.
Something's weird. I mean, first of all, black man is, black man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the white man's always trying to keep him down.
Yeah, and they had dirt on him. They're not going to let you in unless they have dirt on you. They will set you up with a sickest, most humiliating story for you, tailored specifically for you. And that every single one of those people in Hollywood that puts a freaking finger above their lips, okay, you know what that means, my friends? Why are they putting their finger up on front of their lips like they want you to keep a secret? They don't want you to keep a secret. They want the people around them to keep the secrets. They're keeping secrets on everyone else. They know that their reputation is at stake.
They're keeping secrets and they're not silent, folks.
Yeah, they are silent.
They're right in your face.
No, but these people are silent. They're not talking about their secrets. They're not talking that they have.
Well, I met they're just a bunch of loudmouth megalomaniacs on Fox News. They're pretty loud.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They're big mouths.
Right, they're just big
They
mouths.
wear their black and red suits and they don't care. They, Heil! Sieg Heil!
Yeah. It's totally the Pink Floyd, The Wall. Everywhere you look, it's... we need to tear down the walls, too.
Just a bunch of freaking water boy Republicans that think Obama is the devil, if you ask me. That's the audience they're catering to. People like Bobby Boucher and his dear sweet mama and Colonel Sanders and all those people.
And also the misogynist people that hate women. So,
oh yeah,
they're trying to attract
all of Rush Limbaugh's audience.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is once again time to talk about the Pope. It's Pope Watch 2015. We'll go back to the Fox News thing. But, John, what do you think about the Pope? Everybody getting their panties in a bunch here about the Pope, especially Congress. They're throwing their underwear at this freaking bald pedophile of a Pope. It says here, Congress plans presidential welcome for Pope Francis. And so he's supposed to arrive here during a blood moon. So, these Rosicrucian John D followers, I mean, they got something planned. And it's just disturbing. You see the whole carbon tax agenda with this Pope. Okay, he's part of a secret society, Ninth Circle secret society. He's a Jesuit, probably the oldest order, the most evil order that runs supreme, ladies and gentlemen. They have complete control of the Jesuitical educational institutions, the military-industrial complex, government, finance. I mean, this Pope, their bank, ladies and gentlemen, the Vatican Bank was instrumental in orchestrating the Great Depression. I mean, how much power does this Pope have? I mean,
it's not the
pretty
Pope,
much the president.
It's the Vatican, though. It's the Vatican that has the power. I mean,
he's the real president.
It's a separate. Isn't the UK, and Washington D.C. and the Vatican all within? They have their own little separate cities. All its own.
They have their own jurisdiction, right?
Yeah. Sovereignty, jurisdiction that has its own legal law. That's all connected to the Pope, and it's all. I mean, the Vatican. So. It's all this. That's the order. That is the New World Order. But really, who's running it is the Fourth Reich right now.
Well, the Fourth Reich was created because of the Vatican and the Pope. Okay, these guys got away because of people in the Vatican who signed these treaties to send them to South America and strengthen relations between the Catholic Church and Germany. I mean, it goes back in the rat lines, folks. Okay, the rats are here, and now they're feasting.
Yeah.
On us.
That's right. That's right. I mean, what's the solution, though? I mean, not to buy storable foods. What is the solution besides trying to sell somebody, a dream of
their power is so
garden.
Immense nowadays. I mean, you even have one of the members of the German Nazi sheriff family that's running again another one of these dynastic criminal Illuminati families, Jeb Bush. Oh, I earned the right for them to call me Jeb.
Yo, what's up with that Corleone?
They call him Vito Corleone, he says in Florida. Okay, so there you see how just blatant he is. Oh, yeah, I'm a gangster. And those of you that know Godfather 3, you've watched Godfather 3, they actually had a Knights of Malta ceremony where they gave Al Pacino a Knights of Malta Iron Nazi Cross.
Yeah, it's a Nazi
and
cross.
That guy was a freaking organized crime member. There's no difference with these politicians. Okay, these people want to reach out to us and say they're one of us, but they don't live like us. They have millions and billions of dollars, and they spend millions of these dollars trying to convince us that we are like them.
Go to TalkStream Live right now. What does it say?
Trump making America Nazi again.
Exactly. What colors is he wearing?
The same colors. Actually, they're the colors of sacrifice. What are they sacrificing? America. Black, white, and red. Those are Masonic Illuminati colors that represent that there's a sacrifice or some type of killing that will happen. Okay, and
so it's red, white, blue, and black. It's red, white, blue, and black. All these guys.
Well, he's a blue blood. He thinks he's Nazi royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, these people are relentless. We are living in 1988. They live literally. I mean, what did I see the other day, Job? We were walking down the street, and I saw a taxi cab that had an advertisement for this show. It's going to be on USA. It's called Mr. Robot. And it said, privacy is a myth.
Yeah.
And it's got like a guy looking at you, just see the front of the face. And then
we're watching you.
And there's another advertisement.
There are
they have messages. A face. They have this guy wearing of course, a tux. A tux is like representative of the Brotherhood. Okay? It doesn't mean that when you wear a tux, you're part of the Brotherhood. It just means that they wear tuxes. And the guy's face is just filled with like cutout eyeballs. I mean, they are relentless with the subliminals.
Yeah, what about this train wreck thing? This train wreck poster with the woman with her
That's
finger.
right. We walked by the subway, and that is where they had the shooting.
It was in a subway.
Showing no. It was in a movie theater.
Right.
But the picture was in the subway. The advertisement for the train wreck movie, and she's flashing a #1 sign, which is basically Vatican, Nazi, Illuminati hand signals, and then the other guy, you just see like his left eye, and the other one's covered up. I mean, these people are just in your face.
And didn't she have her finger over her lips too?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so she was keeping a secret, and she's basically telling.
And now she's coming out
to
trying to take your guns.
Yeah. So this happened.
Yeah. Doesn't she look like Miss Piggy too? She kind of looks like Miss Piggy.
Well, they dressed her in
from the Muppets.
Right, they dressed her in the same thing as what's her name? With the candy, the
That's
singer,
right.
With the candy boobies with Snoop, the famous one.
I don't know, Katy Perry.
Yeah, that one. She looks like her when she was on the Muppets.
Exactly.
They put them all in the same outfit.
Only fatter, because I mean, that Lebensborn is a big fat. She looks like Kelly Clarkson.
Who?
The one from Trainwreck.
No, she's not. No, you didn't see her on TV. Nah, that's just a photo.
Anyway, they're going for gun control, and they're just relentless. I mean, what was the Pope's now got people like de Blasio, the worst mayor in the history of New York City. I mean, the place has been overrun by bums. I know the Brooklyn Dodgers came from here, and they were bums. But, I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, you guys have been swarmed with bums.
Something's going on.
Something is going on. Definitely going on.
I don't know if it's
the city. The city's going to hell. I mean, you go outside, you smell it. It just like it's so toxic. I can smell it. I mean, it's like a toilet.
Well, I don't know. I mean, right now, is de Blasio, what is he, Italian, Mexican? You said he's like a million different things.
He's a Lebensborn. What do you mean Mexican?
I don't know.
If he's Mexican, then he might be Sephardic. Right?
Well, I know that the mayor before, the one that everybody thinks is Jewish, was not Jewish. Okay, Mr. Bloomberg, if you pull up Goebbels, okay, Paul Joseph Goebbels, and then look at his brother, look up Joseph Goebbels' brother, looks exactly like Goebbels' brother. So it's Michael, it was something Goebbels, I don't remember right now, but it was his brother.
Exactly.
And he looks a spitting image. And that brother, let me tell you about Joseph Goebbels' brother. He had an incredible career, involved with the military, involved with investments, involved with the government planning. He was such an entrepreneur. He was a powerful guy. He had 10 things going on in his life. Paul Joseph Goebbels is, I'm about to say Paul Joseph Watson's brother. No, Paul Joseph Goebbels' brother.
Same family.
Yeah. So, but when he came here, it looks like that he came here also on Operation Paperclip, switched his name to Michael Goldberg, because I went and did a search on Bloomberg's father, and there's only one little picture, and he died in like 63, which would be perfect timing for the age to die if he was like a sickly guy at 66 or something like that, if he was living during the time of Hitler. And it would just have been, the dates are perfect, the face is perfect, and the positions are perfect, and Bloomberg had an exorbitant amount of money, an exorbitant amount of power, and he pushed for that extra term in New York, which was unfreaking real.
When is New York going to realize the error of their ways and stop electing liberal trash after liberal trash after liberal trash like these guys, freaking de Blasio? When is it gonna stop? I mean, it's never gonna stop because you guys have we have the UN parked right outside our doorstep. This criminal Marxist enterprise. And you spoke about entrepreneurs earlier, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to go to antiqueobsessions.com and
No. It's not antiqueobsessions.com. It's Etsy.
Well, go there too.
No, just go to Etsy, ETSY, and then type in Antique Obsessions, or go to Google and type in Antique Obsessions, and you need
a woman's voice to advertise stuff better. It sounds sexier.
You can get 30% off this week. Off of the most gorgeous Tiffany's, repurposed sterling. I've got everything from Steve and Kirk, all this old beautiful repoussé, from earrings to necklaces to pendants to bracelets and cuffs and armlets. And then we have on the other Etsy store, Conceptual Subculture, you can use Bruce 40, and that's 40% off. And it's all like Burning Man, tribal, primitive, just amazing, cool earrings. Bracelets.
One of a kind. Just like us, ladies and gentlemen. Just like this show is one of a kind.
And most of all, you must see the video. It came out.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that. I mean, we're hot. We look good.
Yeah.
My first cameo.
Bruce Montalvo's in the video.
Major recording artist.
It's so sexy.
Getting some hugs and some love.
You even, my French friend from Paris even said, "Wow, I love when your faces are together. They look so sexy." So there's this whole scene where Bruce and I's face is just, I'm singing to him, and our faces are like, 3 centimeters apart, and it's really hot. I do this whole editing thing, and it's really sexy, and the light's nice. But yeah, you gotta see it. The song is called "Break the Door Down." And type in Jaja, that's J-A-H, no dash, and that's Jaja, like Ja Rastafari. So Jaja, Break the Door Down. Listen to the track. If you like it, go support at iTunes. You can find me on iTunes also.
I think you should give a shout out to the Latin American community, because we do have fans in Mexico that tune in. I mean, we got fans all over.
Brazil.
We have fans in France. We got fans in South Africa, Mexico, the Netherlands, Germany. I mean, but, we have Brazil as well.
Yeah, well, my song is Spanish.
Damas y caballeros, escuchen la track Muy Caliente de Jaja.
Yeah.
Break the Door Down. That sounds like I should be in Univision.
Bing,
now I'm gonna get sued by Donald Trump.
Muito gostosa. Yeah. So that's how I spit in Portuguese, in English.
It was sexy.
And
it was so
in
hot.
Spanish.
So hot. Just like this show.
It's a great dance song. Check it out.
Well, you know, that's exactly what they're going to do. They've been listening to the excellence of radio execution, ladies and gentlemen. You've been listening to Jaja. You've been listening to me, Bruce Montalvo, here on MBN Radio Network. Please tune in. We stream 24/7 live on Spreaker and Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern on TalkStream Live from the coolest city in the world, Brooklyn, New York.
We
this
love
is
you
Bruce
guys.
Montalvo signing out, reminding you and all you cheesy bastards to say I love you.
I love
To
you.
tune in to the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, the Bruce Montalvo Show. Take care, folks.
Peace. Later.